Have you ever gone on a big adventure with your friends? Maybe building a treehouse, exploring the woods, or solving a super tough puzzle together. Now imagine your adventure is sailing across the sea, filled with giant clashing rocks, fire-breathing bulls, and sneaky kings who want to trick you. That's what happened to a group of heroes called the Argonauts. They weren't just any heroes. They were the ultimate dream team of ancient Greece. Our main hero is Jason. Brave, smart, and maybe just a little too confident. When Jason was a baby, his father's kingdom was stolen by a man named Peleus. Years later, Jason grew up and went back to take it back. But Peleus wasn't ready to give up. He said, "Sure, Jason, you can have the throne. But first, bring me the Golden Fleece." The Golden Fleece was a magical ram's skin that shimmered like sunlight, guarded far away across dangerous seas. So Jason built a ship called the Argo and gathered the best heroes in Greece to join him. They were called the Argonauts, meaning sailors of the Argo. Who were they? Oh, just some famous names you might have heard. Hercules, the strong one. Orpheus, the musician who could charm even stones with his lyre. Atalanta, the fastest runner in Greece, and the only woman on board. And many more, each with special powers and talents. Together, they set sail, a team of heroes, scientists, and dreamers, all working toward one goal. The Argo sailed through wild seas, past islands filled with strange creatures and magical traps. First, they faced the clashing rocks, two giant stones that smashed together whenever a ship tried to pass. Jason and his crew sent a small dove ahead. When it made it through safely, they rowed with all their might and just barely escaped before the rocks crashed behind them. Then came fire-breathing bulls that Jason had to yoke to plow a field, and warrior seeds that grew into soldiers from the ground. But with the help of a clever princess named Medea, Jason outsmarted them all. Finally, Jason grabbed the Golden Fleece, glowing and soft like liquid sunlight, and sailed home a hero. It wasn't just a story of strength. It was about teamwork, courage, and using your mind when your muscles weren't enough. Have you ever worked on a big school project or built something cool with your friends? Maybe you had to figure out who's best at drawing, who's good at organizing, or who's best at explaining. That's what the Argonauts did. They combined their strengths. Hercules didn't try to play music, and Orpheus didn't try to lift boulders. Everyone helped in their own way. It's like the first ever team project in history, but instead of cardboard and glue, they had waves, monsters, and magic. Let's look at the science behind their world. The Argo sailed across the Aegean Sea, where the water can get wild and stormy. Ancient sailors didn't have GPS or engines. They used the stars to guide them. Jason's crew would have followed constellations like Orion or Ursa Major to find their way. That's the same sky we see tonight, the same stars helping people navigate for thousands of years. And those clashing rocks? They might have come from sailors, real fears of crashing sea cliffs or underwater earthquakes that made waves explode against stone. Even the Golden Fleece might have a scientific root. In ancient times, people used sheep's wool to filter gold dust out of rivers. When the wool came out glimmering with gold, it looked like magic. So maybe the Golden Fleece wasn't magic at all, just ancient science. Now imagine the Argonauts in the future. Instead of the Argo sailing the seas, it's a spaceship, the star Argo, flying through galaxies. Jason becomes a space captain, and his Argonauts are scientists, engineers, and explorers. They face meteor storms instead of sea monsters and alien puzzles instead of magic spells. Their Golden Fleece? Maybe it's an energy source, a glowing material that can power entire planets. Just like the ancient heroes, future explorers will need teamwork, courage, and creativity to solve the unknown. Whether on the sea or in space, curiosity is the real magic. So, what can we learn from Jason and the Argonauts? Big adventures aren't just about being brave. They're about working together, thinking smart, and never giving up. The Argonauts showed that, even in a world of monsters and magic, teamwork was the strongest power of all. Until next time, keep your sails high, your friends close, and your imagination wide open.